Today is a tragic day, truly. If you're wondering why there's a huge monitor right here, is because the very phone case that holds you guys up to let me record just broke. I have here the clamp, and as you can see, it broke. But that's not the topic for today. The topic for today is very sad, really. This is really annoying. I know you guys are really annoyed about this. Half of the screen is missing, but let me move you guys this way. But today's topic is about the arrest, or yet again another arrest, of a popular YouTuber that probably made a lot of our childhoods, PopularMMOs. PopularMMOs, also known as Pat, or whatever his full name is. But in the arrest, he went as Pat. PopularMMOs was resting outside of a residential area, and one of the residents called the cops, and the cops were like, okay, we'll go check it out. Now, I'm going to show the clip of what happened here in a moment, but I was just like, man, that's sad. That's really sad what happened at PopularMMOs. Like, you guys remember the Lucky Boxes, right? Like, hey guys, welcome to the Lucky Boxes, the Lucky Box openings with his wife, and then God knows what happened, and he just turned a blind eye, went to the dark side, and never returned. He went full Kanye. He committed a crime. He went out with his friends. He would constantly drink, and then this new arrest with him getting caught with marijuana in the state of Florida. Now, if he did that in the state of California, he'd be fine. He'd be fine. But he was caught with illegal drugs in another state.
Homie is messed up.
Just put your arms like you're praying.
Look at what?
Like you're praying.
Yeah, just like palm stuff.
No, I'm about to get chased!
You won't believe who it is, Sarge. Who is it? It's YouTube boy.
On March 20th, 2024, officers in Jacksonville, Florida receive reports of a man sleeping on a residential street. What they don't expect is to find one of YouTube's most popular former stars, who turns a simple wellness check into a chaotic encounter, leaving another mark on an already unraveling legacy.
You going to jail?
Again.
You can Minecraft that.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. It's near midnight when dispatchers receive a 911 call from a concerned Florida resident.
Hi there. I just came home from picking my sister up at the airport, and there's a man kind of laying in the road.
Any drink and drugs, weapons involved that you know of?
I do not know.
Do you think he's trying to harm himself?
I think he might be dead, or I don't know.
An officer arrives to find a man lying on the pavement beneath a streetlight, dressed only in shorts and a t-shirt despite the chilly 45-degree weather.
I'll keep that short and not that sweet. As you saw there, old PopularMMOs was just sleeping. He was just sleeping. If you want to see the rest, you can go see it at EWU Bodycam. You could just type in EWU Bodycam library. It's just so much. It's just police body cam footage. And, PopularMMO, he was just fucking sound asleep on the concrete. Using the sidewalk as pillow. Like, wow, I could not sleep in those conditions. I would get on the grass and probably sleep on the grass. But straight up concrete on the side of the road, looking like just you got hit like a stray fucking cat, is crazy. Like, what? It's really sad. Someone of his, what he did would have generated him so much money that he wouldn't be in this situation if he wasn't stupid. Just his life decisions after he committed his first crime were just crazy. I'm not very knowledgeable of the whole PopularMMOs thing, but from what I know, he had a wife. I think he had children, and then some domestic violence happened between them. And then he went to jail, I think, for beating his wife. I'm not that sure. I'm not too knowledgeable. I'm not about to look that shit up. But something with, fists involved. But he went to jail, then he got out of jail, and then he had another crime, and then went to jail again, apparently. some sort of, he was caught with like just beer in his system. And then now this is the third time he's going to go to jail, and with marijuana in his possession. Now, it's sad to see this happen, but what really confused me in this video that you saw there is that the officers called him YouTube Boy. These officers definitely saw his content, but with the body cam, they were just kind of concerned. They're like, oh, they think I know this guy and I just don't want to be involved in this at all, or, file in the paperwork for the fucking investigation. But, YouTube kid or YouTube guy is what they called him. And these officers don't look that old. They look probably 20 years old. Mind you, PopularMMOs started when I was a fucking child, almost 17 years ago. Like, what? Well, like less than 17, but definitely around like 15 years ago is when he started YouTube. But he started YouTube a while ago. He started YouTube fucking a long time ago. And I think I was around like 7 when I started seeing him, so that would make him like 10-ish, 11-ish years ago. I don't fucking know, but yeah. So PopularMMOs was just laying on the fucking ground. According to the police report, he was at a party with friends, and he had so much alcohol in his system. I believe his friends just dropped him off at this random area to avoid, him vomiting in the car. And they just left him there with his fucking stuff. And the journey home, I guess, is, well, have your way home, buddy. It's sad. They just dropped his ass off on a random fucking road, nowhere near his house. Apparently he was almost like 4 miles from his house, walking distance, and with so much alcohol in his system, he had to take a nap. He decided to take a nap at this random ass road. And, the residents were just like, what the fuck is this guy doing in this neighborhood? It's a Florida neighborhood. It's a nice Florida neighborhood. Either the coyotes are gonna get him or random gators gonna eat him up. But, the officers were called. They were like, at the beginning, they're like, wake your ass up. I don't got no fucking time for you. But then they found out he did YouTube and then just made fun of him for it. And, proceeded me to call the officers unk because they don't look that old, but they act like they're old. And, yeah, this is just really sad. I have nothing else to talk about. That's the whole thing. You can see the whole thing, like I just said, at EWU library or EWU body cam library. You see the whole thing. He was just caught with marijuana. And, like I said, I think this is a re-recording, by the way. Like I said, in his situation, what he did in his life, he probably made around like almost $10 million in just YouTubing and, products outside of YouTubing. He was on backpacks. He was on toys, pencils, binders, fucking anything, He sold merch. He sold his IP. He sold his fucking skin, It's crazy. And then everything just went to shit. I don't know what the fuck was in his head early in his career, but he became Kanye. He did a full Kanye. That's a term that I'm starting to use for when people when people go from success to just straight up living on the street. That's pulling off a Kanye. Because Kanye is still like rich, but he ain't like billionaire anymore. He's like a couple millionaire. And he loses millions every day because no sponsors. The only thing like lifting him up is his studio, and the millions he makes off music. The moment he stops making music, it's just over for Kanye. And plus, like, the Kanye argument's another thing for another day. But yeah, if you're seeing the 2 bright ass lights I got a monitor on and a laptop on, it's because I'm trying to download Battlefront 2. And it's EA, working with EA is so fucking disgusting. They refused to send me the code. They kept telling me to re-log in. I had to re-log in 7 different fucking times just for me to download the fucking game. And on top of that, the game wasn't never on discount. This shit was 40 fucking bucks, guys. It's crazy. And yeah, taking forever to goddamn download. So EA, fix your shit. And thank you for watching the video. Subscribe. Fucking cool little guy. I got at like some sort of job fair. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.